So in this video, I'm going to talk about how to apply the Jamberry wraps that are transparent in its backing after you've applied the lacquers. So this, if you remember, this is the lacquer. For the wraps, it is important to know that you don't have to put the top layer coat. You can just put, your base coat like we did, and 1 or 2 layers of your lacquer. We want to make sure that the lacquer is completely dry before we apply the wraps, and that is so that the wrap itself doesn't lift off or come off after you put it on over the lacquer. So this is about 12 hours of the lacquer that has been dry. Now the way you will apply the wrap is the same way as if you were to apply it without the lacquer. You will wash your hands and your nails. You're just going to scrub it really well with the Dawn soap. Now I say Dawn soap because it's the one, the blue one is the one that doesn't have any moisturizer, so it doesn't counteract with the adhesive. That's what we want. We want to remove all of the oils with the Dawn soap. So you're just going to scrub it really well, which I already did. And then after that, we are going to go ahead and clean it off with some alcohol wipe. Now you can do either the alcohol wipes or normal run-of-the-mill cotton alcohol. Once it's dry, you're going to go ahead and take the wrap like you normally would and measure it just like you would. Now with the lacquer, we want it to be a little bit smaller on each of the sides so that it's not touching around the cuticle. We don't want the wrap to touch any of the cuticle area. So we're going to go ahead and cut it in half. And I'm going to go ahead and lift it off using the pointy end of the cuticle pusher on the flat side that you just, I don't know if you can see it, on the flat side that you just cut. You're going to lift it off. Now we're going to heat it up the same way for about 10 to 15 seconds. We want to make sure that the wrap is nice and warm and flexible so that it can shrink wrap over your nail. So once that is done, I'm going to go ahead, see if you can see this, and put it as close as possible to the cuticle without actually touching it. And then I'm going to layer it down. I usually use my thumb. And then using the oval part of the cuticle pusher, I'm just going to push on it all the way around. All the way around. Be sure not to be afraid to push down on it. Just like that. Once that's done, I usually like to tug a little bit in the edges to bring it down. And you can let it cool off a little bit at this point, just like the application of the normal wraps. You let all of them cool down before you file it off. Once you're done with that, you're just going to file it off in a 90-degree angle, hard and fast, and you're going to do it in a 90-degree angle, and then it snaps off. Make sure you're done, and that's it. You have now applied a transparent, a clear wrap over your lacquer, and so now you can have any color of the ones that we have. If you have any questions, any concerns, or if you want to place an order, please go to my website, and thanks.